being able to know a glimmer of what it feels like is a powerful step in the process. And I know how I start people off on the process, but how in this moment would you suggest to others who have never felt that, who are still curious on whether that is even real? Where would you have people start?
Let's go through a little process. Take in one very deep breath. Let it out slowly. Feel the relaxation. In that moment of relaxation, you get your first glimpse of oneness. It's simple. No
Awesome.
strife, no pain, no suffering, no strife.
Mm-hmm. And as people feel that relaxation longer, perhaps, or a few more times than normal, or, you know, however you want to describe more depth, um, more will occur in and out of that state.
Oh yes, and as 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 the lower vibrational energy makes itself known, it becomes easier and easier to say, ah, I'm going to choose a different way. I'm going to choose this higher vibrational way that feels so good that it actually feels natural.
Mm-hmm.
And the other way does not feel natural. So that's, it is a process. But for those who are just starting, it's not important where the train is going. What matters is that you get on. Thank
Mm-hmm.
you, Tom Hanks in the Polar Express.
Nice. That's perfect. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Where's the best place to start? Wherever you are.
Yeah. Wonderful. And and also that piece of like letting go of the physical body can be applied to letting go of the things that we feel we struggle with or suffer from, or the chains we carry or something like that. Like there's so many ways of healing now, and we're getting closer and closer to that ultimate oneness, instant healing, really, that we do have the capacity of, because of history and current cultures that do that, um, and are still connected that way. Being able to apply it to the less physical things, like the emotional stuff, right? Those wounds.
And that's coming up really strongly right now as I continue to hear it said, all healing comes from within, not from without. For
Mm-hmm.
all the cultures who have been taught for so long and just had it drummed down into us that you have no power, you must have healing from without, from a pill, from a method, from whatever. All healing comes from within. A quick story on this from Hawaiian culture back before the Western culture invaded it. Uh, there's a just imagine that there is a healer called a kumu, which is teacher, and she's kind of elderly. She lives in her little hut, and there are young boys playing outside of her hut, and they play rough as little boys do. And they're they're playing really rough, and one of them falls and breaks his arm. Okay. They don't have a hospital to go to. They first, and that's there's no question, they go to the Kumu. And the Kumu takes them all in, and she makes a little brew of some sort, and she gives it not just to the one who broke his arm, but to all of them, because they're all part of the experience and they all need to be healed. And she makes she gives them all this little potion, and she says, now each of you has the power to heal within you. You know that. We've taught you that for all of your lives. Heal. And the one whose arm was broken is healed. And the others who were with him are friends. That nobody has any anger against each other. Nobody has any separation. They remain all one. And this works into something that I've been given, which I think is extremely important. It is a message that came to me from a phone, my husband's phone, when he was not touching it, when he was not near the phone. And yet the message came through to me. And the message, with a little bit of meditation for the message to become extremely clear, reads like this: infinite bliss here on earth, infinite bliss in leaving form, infinite bliss in oneness. And this is the way that we are meant to live, that we were created to live. And it's a message that is a picture of where we're moving to.
Yay. That's beautiful.
And just that little part, for anyone who may be struggling to feel the bliss, say that, those three little phrases, sentences, to yourself, and you will feel it. And the more you say that, the more you will feel it.
Mm-hmm.
And it also leads you to the process of how to leave form that we talked about earlier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Infinite bliss here on earth, infinite bliss in leaving form, infinite bliss in oneness.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you for sharing
Yes.
that.
Yes.
I take no credit. They came through me. They bring it through me.
Yeah. I remember when you first sent me that text message. Look what his phone just sent me. Yeah.
And it was the message itself was so well put in.
Mm-hmm.
The first three lines of it were one line each, and it said 678, which, if you look at what in numerology that means, in angel numbers, whatever you want to call it,
Mm-hmm.
678 means message coming in. Cool.
Yep.
It was like them, they don't have phones, but that would be like they're ringing on the phone. Ring.
Yep. Exactly. Exactly. And this comes at a beautiful time because a lot of people that I'm talking to, not only in my practice, but the schoolyard and just around, feel more anxious. There's more anxiety right now. There's, even if people aren't identifying it as anxiety, there's like, even I am having to be very conscious of being grounded. that pulling down, the really like planting my roots, feeling them far, far deep with Gaia, like just holding them and holding me. And, you know, whether regardless of where you are on the planet, just knowing that all of the cycles are occurring the way they need to right now, whether it's a weird year or not for you, and what you're saying is allowing those things in infinite time and infinite oneness to
Be.
be. Yes,
Just be.
just to be.
Thank you, Ramdas.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And I've heard that. I will timidly share for years, and I haven't listened until very recently. Uh, be. Stop doing so much and be, Leanne. And okay, I
Yeah.
get it. It's in my face now. I have to.
Stop efforting and
Yeah,
be.
yeah,
Allow,
yeah,
flow, whatever word you want to put in
exactly. Yeah. Infinite bliss.
it.
What a lovely place to,
Come back to whenever we feel the world coming in us
yeah,
or coming
absolutely.
to us, as the case may
Hmm.
be.
Yeah.
Because it's not really the world, it's our perception.
Hmm.
And if we change that perception to infinite bliss, that world goes away and we make a new one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yummy. I love it. Thank you, my friend, as always. It is
Thank you.
incredible to be in the space with you. And a few times when you were speaking, your light, the connection, whatever it was, shone through, vibrated, emanated in and through and around you and out to us. So,
They do that.
yes. Yes. I know they're always here, but I can definitely tell now when, yeah, when they're right, right here at the service. So it's very cool. Is there anything else you want to share?
No, I think that's it.
Cool. So with editing and stuff, we can edit this stuff out, but was now as we've talked through those things, is there anything else that you want to talk about as a segment or a shorter video or anything?
Oh, they're saying we're done.
Okay, for today.
Okay.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, it's a lot, but it's good.
They're saying 3 shorts.
Oh
So
my gosh, I was just gonna say that. I feel like there are three in here. Yeah. So I've been noticing that my, I don't, I, telepathic, if you will, it's not necessarily the word that I want to use, but my hearing, my listening has been peaked and more in tune. I will say things with those around me um, as they're thinking of them.
I heard
And
my husband thinking this morning.
yeah. Yes. Yeah. So um, even if people aren't around me, and I've said this to you before, but I don't, um, it's hard to shut off because I can feel people and hear them from across the world sometimes.
And you shouldn't shut it off. That's part of the process.
Yeah,
And
very
this one should be between you and me. I don't, I maybe we can make it into another one. But telepathic communication is what has happened for gazillions of years,
yeah.
um, and still happens in most life forms on this planet, except for humanity. And even parts of humanity still do communicate that way. When you communicate that way, you lose separation and you gain oneness. And it changes how you think, how you process. And if you use words, it changes the words,
Mm-hmm.
but especially because it changes how you think, because you know that what you think is part of oneness, and every other part of oneness hears, feels, sees, knows it. You change how you think.
Yeah.
You become part of oneness.
Mm-hmm.
For instance, if you speak badly to plants, they feel it. If you speak lovingly to plants, they feel it.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Very cool. And I think we as humans do this more than we're conscious of, right? We have the capacity and we already do it. It's just whether or not we're labeling it as such or consciously thinking that or attuning it or whatever.
And as we get more conscious of that, we realize how much we really do.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
And then we realize that we actually do not only, we have a relationship with everything, the plants and animals around us, the people around us. And in knowing that relationship is there, we change how we think about them. They
Mm.
become no longer them or other, but part of you.
Mm-hmm.
And it's in doing that that we really change the world.
Yeah.
And when you do that, the amazing thing is not only do you hear better, deeper, on a completely different level, you see the colors become vibrant. It's not that there's not, they're still green and blue and red, but they are so vibrant and alive. You can feel the energy of the colors.
Mm.
You can feel the energy of everything.
Mm-hmm.
And you can feel it flow through you and come in and go out. And because that's what we all are, is energy, just
Mm.
energy.
Yeah.
And whether we realize it or not, that energy is flowing to everything around us. And when we do realize that, and we choose how we are going to be and participate in the world, we transform the world. We transform the perception, our perception of the world, and that changes our world.
Yeah. Yeah.
For
Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's really cool. I love it, and I'm spending more time being with it. I'm not trying to force it. I'm not trying to understand it. I'm not trying to, you know, gain from it. It's just being with it. And it's cool.
and enjoying the bliss from it.
Exactly. Exactly. And people's reactions are so fun sometimes too. They're like, even my student, just before I was talking to you, she's like, get out of my head. I said,
That's not possible.
Yeah. It's like, I apologize, but I don't at the same time because I know this is what you need to hear. You know? Yeah. Which is why I came here. Part of the reason. So, yeah. It's 2024 is going to be a very interesting year. Yeah. Yeah. So, thank you.